Congratulations, Mom. So awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just get started right on time tonight. And so I just want to welcome you guys. We are in our final week of double credit month. Can you feel the excitement? Can you feel the energy of one more week? We're so excited. And so we just want to go ahead and we are just going to kick it right off tonight with recognition. We want to recognize you for what you've done. We've got a lot packed into tonight. So we just want to dive right on in. And so I want to introduce, if you don't know her, my amazing mom, Audrey McDowell. She is a $1 million sales director on her way to national. And just some inspiration for you. Her highest check in 1 month has been for over $26,000 in 1 month. Some of us make that in half a year, right? It's amazing. And so I just want to just pass the mic over to my sweet mama, Audrey, and she's going to start us off with our recognition tonight.
Awesome, ladies. I'm so honored to be with you, and I want you to vibe about your red jacket. How many of you are already a red jacket? You have 3 active team members. Yes, I see you, Paula. Yes, I see you, Carla. Yes, I know that many of you are. Okay, we have to be on a real tight schedule tonight. But I want you to be inspired for just a minute. And I want you, while you're listening this, to just think about being in red by April 1st, because with this promotion, you need to be there. Okay. I want you to hear this. I want you to think about it. Who are they? Can you hear this? They won't be stopped. Line them up in your mind. Who are they? How tough are you? 15 interviews away from your red. 15 interviews away from your red. That's the activity. You could have 0 skills and do 15 interviews and share with this. I got 2 recruits today just by sharing. And to get in the zone, ladies, you got to be like an NBA player. You got to be like, I got this. I like it. It's a challenge. No big deal. You can't be wrapped too tight around the axle and get results. You got to kind of like get in the zone, get in the vibe, do whatever you got to do. Get your green tea, your coffee, your chocolate, but get in the zone of what you're going to do by April 1st and say, over my body, am I not doing this? Carla Markham's going on Target Car. Boom, drop the mic. Yes, I'm excited. Okay, so get excited about sales. This is going to go fast. So get to hold up your hands of what you've sold, okay? So we're starting out with Star Weeks, which, as you know, is $300. We don't want to sell less than that, right? To stay on target Star. So Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. If you've got 300 up, let's see you. Let's see you. Let's see you. 300 up. Alexandria, Lizzie, I got you, girl. Carla, Paula. Yes. Okay. Who else has got 300 up, or pop it in the chat if you can't talk? Taylor is a red. I see that, Amelia. Okay. 400 up. Let's hold 400. This is competitive. Okay. I don't know your name. I think it's Sally. Sally, Carla, Paula. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, Alexandria, I see you, girl. You're holding your 4 like an auction. I love it. 500, high five. If you're a high five, don't let me have a hard time finding it. $500 weeks. You girls are, now we're talking. Now we're rocking. Now we're talking. Yes, Paula's like, get on with it. Paula, Alexandria, I think. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Okay, that's our tight run. Okay, and Carla. All right, 6. Getting my kicks with 6. Okay. Paula, Carla, Alexandria. They're like, look, we are not, ain't nobody playing up in here. 7 up. Who's got 700 or higher? Paula's like, watch my smoke. I hope I'm saying that right. Alexandria, am I saying your name right? Okay, you know how Zoom is. I'm not missing anybody up here on the right. Nope. Okay. 7 up. Okay. Woo! 800 up. 8 is great. 8. Okay, Paul was like blinking lights. Okay, Alexandria, you are our first runner up with 700 up. That is no small feat. I'm super proud of you. Way to rock it. Okay, Paula, you are the sales queen. Please share your top sales tip.
Top sales tip is just always be on and always be out there talking about the product and just kind of put yourself out there. That's what I did this week, and I sold product and just talked up lots of different things like micellar water and the limited edition lotions, and sold 10 micellar waters this week. So it was a good week for those.
Wow. I love that. Up in your income. And so how many faces did you see this week, would you say, off the top?
Actually, I have them here. I saw 11 faces this past week.
Okay, so you can see how she's selling not quite 100 a face, but knocking on the door of that. So if you want to know how much should I sell to make my goal, to make it individualized, so you can run in your lane and not compare or compete and worry about other people, you look at your faces, you divide it by how many, you take your sales, 500, divide it by how many you saw, 5 people, that means you're at 100 a face. So figure out your face average and make it your goal to improve and get better and better and better. Okay, that's the job on that. Okay,
And fast thing, Mom. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, but Cassandra Still, I just want to shout her out because she had over $1,000 launch party. So, Chris, I am going to highlight you real quick because we would love for you to share your top tip because you had a freaking rocking launch party. And you guys, she moved up the career path. Her new team member is a brand new star. She's moving and grooving. So, Chris, I really would love for you to just share your top sales tip real quick because you really did have an amazing launch party. Oh, you're muted, friend. Let's see here.
Now
There
you
we
hear
go.
me?
Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. I couldn't get my vision or my video up last time to introduce myself. But anyway, yeah, it was great. So I didn't think I knew anybody. I didn't think anybody would come. And so my stepdaughter is a real estate agent, and I just reached out to her and I said, "Can you help me?" And sure enough, the door just kept knocking, and everybody came. And then one of them was a real dynamo, and she's under me. It's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chris, congratulations. I just
Thank-
couldn't go by without celebrating you. It was just so
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Amen. And I noticed you on there. I was like, who's that pretty brunette?
Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Sugar sharp. Okay. Bookings. Hold them up. If you've got 5 or more in your books, high five me. 5 or more, 5 or more, 5 or more, 5 or more on the books. Carla, Paula, Nikki, Kelly, Amelia, Taylor. Yes, Taylor, you were at that conference. I saw you. Boom. I was excited. Okay. 6 or more up. 6, 6, 6. Yeah. Just keep them up. Just keep them up. We got to fly, girls. 7 up. Okay. We got Taylor. We got Paula. Anybody else? 8 up. 8. 8 is great. 8, 8, 8. 8. Who's got 8? 7. Paula, you're at 7. Taylor, you're at 7. Double queens, I think. Megan? Yes.
Awesome. Yep. Well, I'll spotlight them both.
I'll go first because I don't really know if this counts. It's not for the week, but it's lined up for next month. I actually have a party that's with 50 faces. I'm so excited. I heard it at the career conference and I was like, these ladies are crazy. I don't even know how you would get 50 faces in a day. And then today, God just made it happen. And I just can't believe it. It was God ordained and God made. And yeah, and then I have a couple parties and I have 6 official bookings for April. So this month, you know, it might not be exactly where I wanted it to be, but next month I'm hustling for what I want to make up for it. And yeah, I just can't believe 50 faces in a day is actually a real thing. So yeah, I'm really proud of that.
And I've been really talking to the realtors that I had done some things for. And so I have a couple bookings through them. And then Sally and I are doing a bunch of vendor fairs in April and have some facials through there. So trying some different avenues to market through.
Love that, girls. And I was thinking when you were sharing that, Taylor, that sometimes the work we do now shows up in a couple weeks, maybe a month, right in there, but it will show up. So, wow, I'm going to be PMing you later about that 50 to ask a question. All right. So now let's talk about moving up. And this is where the Rico is hot right here. This is where you say, I'm growing my organization. And ladies, I just want you to pretend you just dropped into Mary Kay today. Just pretend you just joined today. Give yourself a fresh start. Rear view mirrors are little because you got to look out the front. Forget the last part of whatever month this is, March. We're thinking about from now till April 1st, forward on, how many people can I recruit? I want you to challenge yourself. How many people can you share with? Hopefully every single person that you have on skincare, no prejudging. I just recruited one of my more wiser customers and she thought, I'm so glad you asked. She's got money and loves Volufarm, and I didn't overlook her, and boom, she was a team member. I was very surprised. So don't overlook them. Don't decide for them. So if you have gotten a team member in the last week, I want you to wave. I'm not sure how Megan does this. Is this how you do it, Megan? If you added one? Okay. Yay. Okay. And I know you also did interviews. Wave both hands if you're like, I want my recognition. Thank you, blue shirted lady. I want to tell you I interviewed somebody. Show me if you interviewed somebody. I do want to recognize you. Same people. Very interesting. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. If you added one team member, little twinkle star, let's see it. Twinkle star. 2 twinkle stars. Okay. Look at here, Cassandra. Doesn't this feel great that you are on your first Zoom? And balloons, I love that. Okay, 2. So we have Paula. Okay, these are our DIQs, Megan. Alexandria, Asia did, Carla. Okay, Megan, I'm going to let you pick this up because if they did 2 or more, you get to pick it up and do what you're going to do with Rico here.
Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do, you guys. What we're going to do is if you interviewed anyone, put your top tip in the chat if you interviewed any human, and put in the chat how many you did. And we really want to give you the mic for you to introduce your brand new team members. So I'll go ahead and start and then we'll pass the mic. So I want to just welcome my brand new team member, Katie Craig. She is a mama of 2. Her boys' names are James and Scott. And if you know me, you know that my boy's name is James Scott and her boys' names are James and Scott. It's so meant to be. And Katie's amazing. She's a cosmetologist. She just moved to Florida from Tennessee. She's gorgeous. She's driven. Her husband Dustin is so supportive, and wait till you see her makeup tonight. So Katie, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight you and just have you share what you're most excited about. And that's what we'll have each new consultant share, is what you're most excited about.
Hey everybody, thank you so much, Megan. It was so good to talk to you today and meet you. I am just excited to get started. I've already got 2 orders, so I'm so ready to get going.
Oh my goodness. Look, Katie, we're so excited for you. There's so much in store. And so we're just so grateful that you're here. And so whoever else has a new team member, if they are here, go ahead and just shout them out and have them share.
Okay, well, I guess I can go next. I've got a couple new girls on here tonight. First, I'd love to introduce the beautiful Jenna. Jenna is here tonight, and Jenna and I actually met through a girl I messaged on Facebook, and she referred Jenna to me. They work together in ultrasound, and Jenna is just like the sweetest, like most down-to-earth person I've ever met in my life. And she's newly married, and she's actually pregnant with her baby boy. And so we're so excited for her. Jenna, I just know you're going to be so great at this because you just care and put your whole absolute heart into everything that you do. And I just know that you just have such deep relationships. And so I'm so excited for you. And so if you want to unmute, girl, and just share like what you're most excited about, everyone would love to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, everybody. I think I'm most excited because specifically skincare is really important to me. I've had some issues with skincare myself, and just I'm acne prone. So I'm excited to do something that's related to something I really enjoy, which I tend to do in life. So usually if I'm really passionate about something, I can be really good at it. So I am excited to kind of explore the opportunity and share with people things that I'm really passionate about. So yeah.
Yay. Well, I love that so much. And doesn't she look so beautiful? Like when I have a child, I'm like, I hope I look that good when I'm pregnant. Seriously. So Jenna, I'm so excited for you and so glad you're here, girl. And then my other new girl, she is actually Wendy's teamie. And was Wendy on here? I don't see her. Okay. I'll go ahead and introduce her girl for her since she's not here. But Teresa is Wendy's newest teamie, and Teresa is actually Wendy's daughter, which is so beautiful. And at Wendy's launch, I got to meet her daughter, Teresa. She zoomed in from Texas. And you guys, Teresa, this is her. She has 2 beautiful children, and she is married to her husband, Brandon. And she just loves teaching and Teresa, you just have such a big heart for people and you're so knowledgeable. Like you're such a quick learner. She's like, yeah, I got this already. And you guys, Teresa actually lives like, I don't know, like 30 minutes from Mary Kay headquarters in Texas. She's like, can I just go pick up my box, please? Like, I don't need shipping. It's so funny. But Teresa, I'm so excited for you. And I'd love to hear what you're most excited about too, girl.
Hi, everybody. I'm super excited that I'm under my mom. I never really thought that I would get into Mary Kay. I've heard a little bit about it, but after attending my mom's party virtually and trying the skincare, it just sold me right away. And I was like, I just feel like I have to do this so I can share my experience with other people. And so I'm making my list of everybody I want to share with, all my church friends, my work friends, just to let everybody know that, you know, the skincare and the makeup is amazing and it's good quality stuff. So I'm excited to be here.
Yay! Well, we're so excited to have you here. And yeah, so excited for you, Teresa. Okay, who wants to go next? Does anyone else have anyone that they want to introduce?
I
Yes.
can go next.
Carla, yes, I was just gonna say, Carla, I heard you got somebody new.
Yes, I have a couple new team members on this evening as well. First, I have Yvette Howell. Yvette goes to church with me and recently came to a party that a lady at church was having. And Yvette had shared that she had actually previously sold Mary Kay and was very, very interested in getting back into it and really excited about doing some events together and just being able to connect with folks in the community. She and I both are newer to the Crawfordville area in Florida. And we just want to, you know, bless ladies and be able to meet some new people and get some more connections with folks in the community and kind of branch outside of our church community. So Yvette, if you have a chance to come off mute, feel free to let us introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about you.
I don't see Yvette. I don't know that she's here. I don't see Yvette.
Okay, I think
She is here.
I saw her on when I was looking through this.
She
Hey,
is.
Yvette, you might still be on mute.
She's muted.
Do you have a chance to unmute? Okay.
There, am I?
And
off
if she
now?
isn't able to,
Sorry. Can
there
you hear me
you
now?
go. There's Yvette.
Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to
Yes.
learn all this stuff. Sorry. Yes, I'm so excited to join under Carla, and I'm so excited to learn meet people in the community and for us to do functions together. I'm so sorry that I look a mess. I've had my grandchildren all day. 1-year-old, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. So it's been, and I just finished dinner, so it's been crazy today. But it's been spring break, and so it's wonderful. And that's another thing I'm looking forward to with Mary Kay. It's get something to give me more freedom to spend more time with them. So, but I'm excited. Thank y'all
Yvette,
so much.
you are gorgeous.
Oh gosh, thank you.
You don't have to have your face all dolled up. You have beautiful skin. But honestly, you know, take care of those grandbabies and enjoy that spring break. Just so excited for you and you know, you're just such a shining light. Y'all, Yvette, like when I first met her, she was doing crafts with my kiddos and I just like fell in love with her. So just so excited for you. And I know that you're going to do some big things in Mary Kay.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining tonight. And then I also have another new team member on. Her name is Pam Oakes. Pam and I actually met years ago, and she's been a customer of mine for years, and also previously did Mary Kay and recently retired, and so had a life change and wants to get back into selling Mary Kay again and starting up her own business. and just absolutely love her and her family. She has a few daughters who I actually kind of grew up with in church and stuff like that, and have known them for years. But I just wanted to introduce you to Pam this evening as well. Pam, hop off mute and welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself
I think
and
I'm
why you
off
started your
mute.
business.
Can you hear
You're
me?
off mute. We can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I had been a consultant years ago under somebody else, and then I did it for a few years and I loved it, but I quit for a while to do something else. And so now, like you said, I'm retired, officially retired. I haven't actually retired yet. I'm still working a little bit, but I thought this would be a good thing to keep me active and keep me interacting with other people. And I'm just excited to get back into it again.
Oh, well, Pam, we are so excited for you.
Yay.
The best sisterhood ever, ever, ever. And so, you guys, well, what we're going to do next is I am so excited to share something with you guys. And we've got a little bit of a surprise for you guys tonight. And so I'm going to actually be playing a YouTube video for you guys. And this is something that is going to be such a difference maker for you. And the video is going to explain everything. And did anyone see my boxers today where I was like, you do not want to miss this meeting? I'm sharing something that's going to absolutely rock your freaking socks off. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And this is just, we're going to open up with this announcement. Grab your notebooks, you're gonna need them, and then we're gonna have our training tonight be everyone who can attend career conference. And so they're gonna be sharing not only their fast 1-minute takeaway, but also their implementation, because a takeaway doesn't really matter if you don't implement it. And education without implementation is just entertainment. And we don't do Mary Kay to be entertained, right? We do Mary Kay to be paid and to have fun and friends. And so everyone sharing, just if you need to recalibrate your brain, your top takeaways, and what you're going to implement. So we are going to go ahead and share the screen here. And so we've got a surprise for you. Hello to everyone clicking play on this video. We are so excited that you're watching. And my name is Megan Chapman.
I'm Tammy Craig Smith, you guys. We're both out here in Florida, so excited about what we have planned for you all for April.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, this is going to be huge. And this is going to be something, when you capitalize it, it is literally going to change the face of your Mary Kay business. So off of that, I'm so excited to introduce my mentor and friend, Tammy. And I first met Tammy in Pennsylvania at our $1 Million Weekend 4 years ago. And it's really amazing, Tammy's story. She started out as a 31-year-old stay-at-home mom who didn't really need the money. She literally started for fun and friends. Anyone else out there that relates to that? And within 4 months, she had her first car. Within 9 months, she was a sales director. And within 3 years, she was a $1 million sales director, just truly by doing consistent power starts, which is what we're going to share with you all. And she has earned over $5.5 million in her career. So that is who you're going to get to learn from and partner with. We're so excited.
Well, I'm super excited because I'll never forget the day that you and I met Megan Chapman. You weren't Chapman yet. Oh no, yeah, I guess you were. Were you engaged? I can't remember.
I actually had just met Carter.
Okay, yeah, I remember. And so I knew your mom. And there you were at the $1 Million Weekend. And I was like, well, first of all, you all know that when Megan walks in a room, she lights it up and all the attention goes there because she's stunning, but she has this amazing energy. Would you all agree? If you've ever been around Megan or you even watch her on social media, you feel it. And we're going to talk about energy and how important that is today. But I will never forget that day. And it blessed me beyond what I could ever imagine. And the fact that we would end up living less than 30 minutes from each other in Florida is crazy, but then again, it's not. It's always God's plan, right? So Megan started her business, you guys, if you don't know this, when she was 18 years old, because she had a successful mama and she wanted to have all of the faith, family, career that she saw her mom have and that she was raised in. And boy, does she today. She was a college student when she started Mary Kay. Very different from me, right? 31, 2 young kids, stay-at-home mom. Megan was 18, college student, no kids, single. So if you can't relate, you got to really listen here, right? She came in for the money. I came in, didn't need the money really. I didn't think. Megan came in because she wanted the extra income as a college student. She just needed like $200 a month. And in her first year, you guys, they earned their first car. And by the age of 20, she was a top Cadillac driving sales director. Did you catch that? In 2 years. Yep. She went on to earn her very first top director trip at the age of 23. Today, she's only 26 years old. I'm 62 years old as of last week. So you couldn't have a better variety to relate to or anywhere in between. But at 26, I got to tell you, you guys, today, she has already earned well over $1 million. I'm thinking it's probably closer to 2 if we really took time to add it up. $2 million at the ripe young age of 26. So we are so excited to lay out for you what we're inviting you to be part of during the month of the audacious April. So Megan, take it away and share with them what we've been doing, or would you like me to share with them kind of how it all started first? Let's do
Yeah, if you
that.
want to share with them what
Okay,
we
so you
started, then we'll
guys-
tell them about this.
Okay, cool. So Megan and I met at a coffee shop about a month ago because we do that when I get to Florida in the winter, because I live in Utah in the summer. Most of you know that. And then I come out here right after Christmas, and Megan and I always make it a point to get together and just brainstorm. Well, we arrived at the coffee shop. Little did we know, unbeknownst to either of us, with the same plan in place to talk to each other about. And that was how we were going to hand select our next first line offspring directors. I'm a national sales director, you guys, for 20 years. Megan is a top director building her national area, but we came to the table that day literally with the same mindset. So after brainstorming and just being so excited and feeling each other's energy, we decided we were going to go out and hand select the people that we were going to work with. And I just want to share with you, I'm just going to share Megan's success during the month of March. So in March, we held a week's worth of classes where we warm chattered people to invite to a virtual event. Megan's going to walk you through all that. But I got to tell you, just from 8 people that Megan had on in the first 2 classes we did together, 7 out of the 8 were warm chattered with this script, exact script she's going to give you. And if you're smart, you'll use it. Okay. And 7 out of the 8 showed up. Well, actually, all 8 showed up that she invited. 7, I mean, you guys, the sales were insane. We won't even worry about the sales because our focus was to find sharp, happy, confident, kind women with energy that we wanted to do life with. And boy, did Megan find them. So she has recruited, correct me if I'm wrong, Megan, because it may have changed over the weekend, 3 out of, is it 4 now? 3, almost 4. 4, okay, 4 out of the 8 people that showed up. We're talking 50%, folks. So do you want to work with sharp people, happy people, kind people, people with awesome energy? Do you want to build your team in the audacious month of April? And do you want Megan and I to help you do that? Well, that's why we're here today with this video. So Megan, take it away, share all the tools we came up with and what you've been doing to make it happen so they can copycat us.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you guys, I think really the first thing that you need to do is you need to decide how many reach outs that you're going to do per day. And so what Tammy and I actually created was we literally had this warm chat tracker. And I vowed to Tammy that every night I was going to send her a picture of my 5 warm chats that I got each day. Now, I didn't get 5 every single day, but for the 5 that I did do on the certain days that I was able to do it, you guys, it was so well worth it. And so I know that with consistency with your warm chatters, it really makes a huge difference. So step number 1 is to create your warm chatter goal between today and within the next 7 days. Because if you think about it, if you just did 5 warm chats for 7 days, that is 35 new leads And even if half of them booked with you, that's 15 faces in the month of April. And so the first thing is you have to decide. And so what it sounded like, you guys, was whenever I would go to a coffee shop or I was just out walking with baby James, is I would just walk up to women and I would just ask them what their name was, and they would tell me their name, and I would just say, well, my name is Megan. I have got the craziest question for you. And they were like, okay, well, what's your crazy question? And I just told them that I was in a contest with my mentor and friend Tammy to pamper 100 faces in a day with these things called hydrofacials. And I just told them, I said, they're so bougie. They're worth like $200 at a spa, and you're so beautiful. And I was just wondering if you would ever be willing to let me borrow your face. And people are like, oh my gosh, of course. What do we need to do? That's like the first question. They're like, what do we need to do? So what I told them is, I said, I'm going to grab your number, and then I'm going to text you a link to a Google form, and you guys are going to get that Google form. And on the Google form, they got to select the time that they wanted their Hydra session to be. And it also told me their address for their pampering packet and their skin types and what they wanted to know. And then at the very bottom of the Google form is the link to our $500 cash giveaway marketing video. That way they can literally watch our marketing video before the Zoom. So that's the first way of how you can warm chat people. And I really recommend having goodie bags prepared and ready. I literally have little goodie bags. There's nothing magical about them. Just throw your card in there, a piece of candy, and a sample. And I told them that that was my thank you. So that's how you can meet people out and about. And when people hear that you need to do 100 Hydra sessions, or maybe you're going to say, I'm committed to doing 30 Hydra sessions, you guys, people understand a number. And so that, I think, is a really key point. So that's the first part, is warm chatter. The second part, though, is women that you already know, because you've got a customer base and you've got women that maybe she's a prospect you haven't pampered in a year. So I really maximized both. And so I want you guys to know that we literally have this script prepared for you. And this was how I invited people. And I did about 20 invites a day for 1 week in order to do this. And so if you're working full time, listen, I get it. I'm a busy mom of a toddler. I've got a husband in school with minimal babysitting help. I get it. It's a decision to invite. It's a decision. And so with this, you guys, the first part of this is I sent this via a voice memo to the people that I knew. And so basically what it sounded like was, I just told them that I hoped that they were having an amazing day. And I just told them I had to send you a voice memo because my girlfriend and I are in this challenge to do 100 hydrofacials in a day, which I know is so totally crazy, but we're so excited about it. And I wanted to see if there would be any way possible that you could make yourself available to be one of my faces. And y'all, I just told them it's so incredible. It costs like $200 at a spa, and your face is going to feel amazing. And I just told them, I said, more than anything, you are so totally just going to be helping me with this promise that I've made to do 100 facials. And you guys, I just told them, you know how it is when you're showing up by leading by example. And that's really what this is all about. And just giving back and loving on the women that mattered to me. And I just told them that their name was at the top of my list and that I thought of them. And so I just said, let me know if this is something you're open to, and then I'll send you the dates. And so all of that, the key is, whether it's Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, messaging via text message, it needs to be via your voice so they can hear your excitement. And it's such a long message that if you were to text that, nobody's reading that. Okay, so voice memo. The key is, though, you need to send a text message after you send the voice memo by saying, hey girl, hope you're having a great start to your week. Would you listen to this and let me know what you think? And then we are going to provide a pic collage for you guys to send with that. And this is really going to visualize for them, you guys, what this is. And so we're going to be giving you this, and we are completing 500 of these between both of our teams. And so this is going to be the graphic. So Tammy, what else would you want to add on in addition to that?
That was perfect. And the fact that we're giving you guys the tools that have not only been prepared for you for free, I so appreciate that about our Mary Kay business, but they're tools that have worked. If you want the results that we've been getting, you've got to be doing the work we've been doing. So Megan, I love the simplicity of it. Simple warm chatter script. And literally, you guys, the first day when we were at that coffee shop, we left the coffee shop. I got in my car. I saw Megan go back in the coffee shop. And because we had seen this really sharp gal, Megan had never met her. And I want you to know, it was off the top of her head. She just said, I know this is going to sound crazy because we don't know each other, but my name's Megan Chapman, and went into the word for word script that she then typed up and gave to you. This is not a scripty script. This is real life. So use it and be yourself. So anyway, you guys, the key is in the asks. And you know, if you've ever heard me train, I always talk about we are not in charge of the outcome. We are never in charge of whether they say yes or no, but we are always in charge. My friends, always, 100%, underline the word, always, in charge of how many people we ask. So how many will you ask that you are familiar with? We've given you both scripts. How many will you go out and warm chatter with? But what I do want to add to that is Megan and I looked like we look today. We were pulled together. We had our makeup on. I'm dressed in a casual sweater. I've got white jeans on today, okay? But I'm pulled together. I look like I'm in the beauty industry, like I know what I do, right? Megan, the same thing. She's got more of a blazer on. But you guys, I don't care if you have a t-shirt on, but is your hair done? Is your makeup done? Because if you want to attract sharp, happy, confident, qualified people, they got to take a double take when you walk in the room, right? So I think that's super important. But other than that, Megan, just letting them know when we're doing this, like what's the plan? What's the schedule? What have we decided on?
Yes, absolutely. So you guys, we are going to be doing this every single Thursday night in April. There's 4 dates, okay? And we're going to be doing them at 8:30 Eastern time. They are literally an hour, 15 minutes tops. We are very efficient. We're going to be training you guys how to do your follow-ups. And so it's every Thursday night at 8:30. And so the key is you're going to want to make sure today to order the samples that you're going to need, because everybody is going to be using the exact same thing for our HydraFacials. And I will tell you guys, I have been blown away by the results. These new team members are so fired up because their skin feels so good. I had one literally tell me, okay, we need to do my order like within 24 hours because my skin feels so good. And at her inventory talk, I had to bring her samples because she was so addicted. So you guys, this is the best on the market. Okay, so these are going to be the 3 samples you're going to need to order today. If you're committed to 30 people, you need to order 30 samples. So ask yourself, how many am I committed to? And then put skin in the game. So the first thing is the Time-Wise Repair samples. The second thing is the Revealing Radiance facial peel samples, and then the charcoal mask samples. And when you go to order them, you're going to see the number that is in the sample you're ordering. So for example, Time-Wise Repair comes in a count of 3. Charcoal mask comes in a count of 6. So just make sure you're doing your math. That way you get the right amount of samples. So we're giving those 4 different dates, you guys. And now this is generous, you guys. Tammy's time is gold. My time is priceless as well. So you guys maximize this. Work us to death. Get a bunch of people on there. We're so excited.
Absolutely, Megan. And I want to throw in there that for the people on the other coast, Pacific time will be 5:30 p.m., yes. Mountain time 6:30, Central time 7:30, and like Megan said, East Coast 8:30. So make sure you have your time zone. You can call people in every time zone, gang, and the timing is perfect. For those that are like 6:30, all of my Utah people, 6:30 p.m. to 8 at the very latest. It'll be an hour for the most part, but people have questions. And so we're not going to cut them off, but between an hour and an hour and a half, and the class is very fast. And that's why they fall in love with the product. Okay. So hour and a half, the very most, probably closer to an hour, hour 15. And I also want to say, if you have packets that you've been using for beauty sleep sessions or Time-Wise Repair sessions, you can still use those packets, okay? Because a handful of you on here may already have some. You're like, oh man, do I have to create new packets? Well, on the flyer that Megan's gonna share again, and we're gonna put all of this stuff, by the way, in a board and post it for you after this video, okay? So you'll have all the documents like that. The board is already created. But if you've got packets put together, you can pull out any samples and save them that we may not be using. But for the most part, some of you have Time-Wise Repair packets put together with the charcoal mask, with the Revealing Radiance mask, right? Some of you have Time-Wise Miracle sets with the charcoal mask, with the Revealing Radiance. It doesn't matter which one, because Megan and I will say, first step is your cleanser. Some of you have Time-Wise Miracle set. Some of you have Time-Wise Repair. Okay, we will make that work. But if you have no sample packets put together, Megan said it. If you don't order today, you guys, you're not going to be ready for April, whatever that first date is, the first Thursday in April. Okay, it's got to happen now if you haven't already done it. Okay, and the last thing, I want to say, keep your packets with you. One mistake I made the very first day I went out to Warm Chatter is I didn't take my packets, and I'm like, Well, that wasn't smart. Now I got to drive to her house, which luckily they were local, or, pop it in the mail. So if you have your packets with you when you're doing the warm chattering, you can show them the packet. And for mine, and this is an added expense you don't have to do, but for those of you that can see the benefit of it, I'm putting these in my packets. We're getting them for $1. It makes the packet so cute. It's in a clear cello bag with just the samples and my business card and a piece of candy, like hardtack candy. That's it. And I'm like, this is the goodie bag that I would love to give you when we schedule a date. Is this something you'd like to do? I'm not getting any no's. And I think part of it is how cute the packet is. They're like, oh my gosh, I want that. Okay. So you don't have to do that, but I wanted to throw that idea in there. So anyway, Megan, go ahead and wrap us up here.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so total recap. Number 1, make your goal of how many warm chats you're committed to. Number 2, make your goal of how many people you know that you're committed to reaching out to. Number 3, get your packets prepared, and we will send you guys the boards link with the Google form and with everything, with absolutely everything. And start now. You want 10 people confirmed by the 5th of April, and even that's too late because our first date is April 4th. So you guys have got this. We believe in you, and we are knowing it's going to be your best April ever.
Hey, Megan, one last thing. Did you mention that where there's a Google form they fill out so that you capture their skin type, and it's a way to confirm everything as well? Because you don't just go out warm chatter, give them a packet and hope they show up, right? You've got to follow up and follow through, inspect what you expect. But there is a Google link where everybody will go to register, basically. They don't have to pay, but register to be there.
Yes. And you guys, this is what it looks like. And we will share all of the responses with you all. And it tells you everything. They even get to select their time that they want. And so we will literally add you guys. Okay, so there's going to be a link of all the responses of everyone. And they have to put their consultant's name on the Google form. So everybody will have accessibility to that. That way you can see who you have that's responded to the form.
There you go. So the very first person that you have registered to participate on any of those Thursdays is going to tell us, okay, Susie Brown needs to have visibility to this Google form. So it's the very first person that you have register that gets you there. This is so simple. It couldn't be more simple. But the question is, how will you maximize it, right? This is a gift that Megan would share this with us, you guys, and share our time together. And we'll see how April goes. We're expecting greatness for all of you. And if April goes super, super great like we're expecting, we may extend it into May. But then again, if it's not super, super used by our units, we'll go back to doing it just with each other. And that won't be as fun. So on your mark, get set, let's go. And
okay, you guys, are you excited? Pop your feelings in the chat. I'm so excited to hear what you guys think of this. It's going to be amazing. And so we're going to go ahead and without further ado, we're going to have each of our career conference attendees share. And so literally, you guys, we've got about 16 minutes left. And so if everybody can share like your 1 to 2 minute takeaway and implementation. So we're going to go ahead and take us away. So whoever was there, go ahead and whoever wants to unmute first, we'll go ahead and start sharing.
I'll go.
Perfect.
I had a lot of takeaways. It was, as Audrey and Megan know, it was a very emotional weekend for me. I have notes and notes, but my big thing was basically they had said it keeps going through my head, just one more. And to me, that's just one more booking, just one more team member. And that's like sticking in my head to go ahead. And when I see somebody out, I hear that constantly in my head. So that was one thing. So I'm just going to, reach out social media, messengers, warm chat, and just go from there. So, but it was a very inspiring weekend. So anyone who did not go, this was my first. I met a lot of wonderful women. So any new team members that are on the call tonight, I highly recommend when, Megan or Audrey or, Amelia, if any of them say go to this conference, I highly recommend going. So it is a brand new chapter for me.
I love that, Kristen. I love what you said about the power of just one more, and it's just that clarity of just one more. So I love that. And I loved hanging out with you. We had so much fun in the car. You guys were giggling at like 5 a.m.
We sure were.
Awesome. We were like chatty Cathy's. It was fantastic. All right. Beautiful. Well, Nikki, I see you on here. So I'm going to highlight and screen share you next, girl. If you want to just go ahead and share your top tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like Kristen said, we learned so much, and I've got like, I want to say like 6 pages of notes now. And yeah, they just kept reiterating just one more, just one more, just one more. And yeah, they announced the, excuse me, the new skincare line, which I cannot wait to learn more information about, you know, with me being an esthetician, just like what's in it. And, but I think, excuse me again. I think my biggest takeaway I would definitely say is that I forget which speaker who said it, but I mentioned this to Megan over lunch one day, and it was like basically, if you wait to be perfect, you're not going to get there. Or it's going to be impossible for you to get there. And honestly, that's basically it. Just reminds me of like of just, you know, coming to Jesus. Like if you wait to be perfect, then it's not going to be obtainable. And Jesus always says, come as you are. And you know, and it just also I also remember a bunch of the speakers saying how they started out very scared, and they started out thinking, oh, this is just really, really scary. I can't do this. I don't know if I can. But they were on the stage in these Tiffany blue jackets and just speaking so much wisdom and encouragement to every person who was there. And it was just really inspiring, and just something to, you know, look up to, look forward to, and just like it can be done. And so, yeah, that was probably my biggest takeaway, I would say.
I love that, Nikki. And it's so inspiring when you hear where all of these big wigs, if you will, in Mary Kay started. It gives you hope when you hear where they started, and they started out scared, doesn't it? It's just, I love that so much. Okay, who wants to go next?
I would like to go.
Yay.
It makes me think of Dawn Dunn, our national sales director. What stood out to me is that she said like she started with literally $7. That was like a huge takeaway to see like how far she's come. I think when we think about it, like, or at least when I think about it, like I look at people like Megan and the people above me, if you will, and the ones that I look up to, and I'm like, how do these women do this? And it's just like we all went through the same thing. And so that was just something that really like made me realize like everyone here has a humble heart. And this is about women really like just empowering other people. And yeah, there's something really special, I think, about that. I'm postpartum, so I might cry. No. But the whole weekend was just amazing. And the number one thing I think that they highlighted, like everyone said, just one more. And it is true, like just one more. Like if you have that extra like 10 minutes to give a call to someone, like just do it. And I think Vidya, like, but I did it anyways. So like a lot of times we just want to like just curl up in a ball and lay in bed an extra 10 minutes, but it's like, no, get up. I'm going to do it anyways. And I can 100% relate to that. And one of the number one things that I wrote down was it's only hard until it gets easy. And I wish I had who said that, but I don't. But it's only hard until it gets easy. And you're not bad, you're just out of practice. And I think those were like the two things that I held on to the most. And honestly, if you haven't been to a Mary Kay event, I'm in my pink bubble. It's not stopping me till seminar. Like I am just radiating. And I think it goes to show because one of my team members just had a party last night, and she ended up getting 3 teammates. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to kick my butt into gear. But like I was radiating, and it's just truly life changing. Like I don't really cry that much, and maybe it is my postpartum, but these women really affect your heart. They get to your heart. And I just love not only Mary Kay for the opportunity, but I love Mary Kay because of the women. So that was my takeaway.
And Taylor, I just want to put a voice to the fact that you guys sold almost $800 last night, and you did a bronze medal in one night. And not only do events change people, but they change our hearts, which changes other people's hearts. And I believe when we can impact a woman, we impact her husband, we impact her children, we impact the way she does everything. And so I heard a quote once, I don't remember who said it, but it's that leadership, it starts with you and it ends with you, but it's not about you. And I think that career conference just helps you to just get that vision for yourself, and then you come home and you literally change other people's lives because of your obedience. And so Taylor, I want to affirm you because you had to leave your newborn baby for a night, and the next day you woke up at 8 a.m. I saw your boxer 8 a.m. and you were at your team member's house, and you were doing you did a party on Sunday. And then at 8 a.m. this morning, you were going back to her house to help her. And Taylor, I just want to affirm you because your work ethic, girl, you're going to be in DIQ. It's going to happen. We've got a whole week. And if you guys did not see the email, month end is extended until midnight next Monday, April 1st. So you've got a solid 7 days left of double credit, which is amazing. So, okay, who else wants to share?
Well, I guess I could just share a little bit real quick. Just real quick, you guys. And it was my first time going to a Mary Kay event as a brand new sales director. And it was so exciting. It was so crazy, you guys. Like, you think going as like a consultant is fun. You go as a director and you're like, I feel like I've got like the backstage pass or something. You're like, this is so fun. But honestly, all jokes aside, the best part about going as a director is just bringing like your girls with you and like seeing other people experience like that for themselves, right? Like Taylor, seeing you experience it, and like Nikki, hearing everything that happened with you, and our other woman, Lou, who came with us. So excited for her. But just seeing how like you can all hear the same message, but like the Holy Spirit like speaks it to you in like different ways, and like with everyone on your team. And so it was just so beautiful to see and just to hear from like the nationals and like the top sales directors. And my favorite was I think her name's Laura McKeener, something like that. Laura McKeener, I think her name is, and she's a national. And you guys, she just shared how she started with absolutely nothing, and recently it's kind of sad, but her mom was passing away. Her mom recently passed away, but to her point, she was able to be by her mom's side, by her mom's bedside with her for the past 4 years up until she passed away. And it could literally make me cry because she was like, my siblings had to work and they weren't able to take off work and be with my mom, but I was able to be there with her, and I had absolutely no regrets when she passed away because I had that time with her. And now she's taking her dad on a road trip in her pink Escalade. That's what you get when you're a national, around the world and all the places that he wants to go. She's like, I'm giving him $1,000 cash to put in his pocket to just feel like he has freedom and like has fun, and just being able to give that back to her parents, and just have the time and the freedom. It was just a really cool story that she shared. She's an awesome woman if you look her up. But it's just so solidifying to realize like what this could do for your family's lives, for your lives. And I think the whole thing about Mary Kay is why it's so beautiful. Like, it's only the top 2%, are sales directors, right? They say, and it's just the women that constantly put their faith over their fear, and they say like, I'm gonna do a 50 face day. day. And I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I know it will. And just stuff like that. And so it's so inspiring. And I was joking with the girls yesterday at the party. I was like, I threw a bottle and I was like, it just flew across the table. And I was like, you too could be a Mary Kay sales director. We were laughing. But it was just so beautiful to see like how it impacts like in your life individually, and like God just gives you what you needed. So it was so fun. So that was my just a little glimpse into my time. But yeah, did
And
anyone else? Oh yeah, go ahead,
well,
Meg.
Amelia, can you show off your new director, Kendra? We would love to see.
Yeah. So Mary Kay, when you debut as a director, they mail you like a welcome gift. I didn't even know this, and I was like, "Oh, this is coming." And they sent me this Kendra Scott necklace and these Kendra Scott earrings. They're like literal diamonds. And they also sent me like this bougie leather bag, and I was like, "Ah, this is crazy." I was like, "I don't have a cool purse." But yeah, this is from Mary Kay, you guys. But they just treat you like gold. They make you feel like a queen. So, being a new director is a lot of fun. Who's next?
I love that, Amelia, so much. Mom, is there anyone else besides you and I that you can see that needs to share? Are you missing anyone? I know we're missing a few ladies.
Last week, the girls who went to Atlanta shared, and so I think, let's see, I think that we are all set.
Okay. Do you want to close us out with your takeaways, Mom, and then we'll close out at 8?
See, a couple of my ladies must have had to go. Yes, I just wanted to say, ladies, that I got very clear at the end of career conference with where I was headed, and it was very freeing. And I posted this quote on our sales director Voxer group today because it shows you what the opposite of clarity is. And so I just want you to, before you go to bed, just get clear. And it says, lack of clarity can be the root of confusion, hesitation, and the cause of underperforming. And so I just want you to get clear about wherever it is you're headed in case you're not. And I want for every single person to save up their $1,000 to go to Dallas. It's the end of July through August 1st. Because if you think career conference was great, Dallas is going to be like the grand poobah of that. It's just, I can't even describe it. I always tell people, if it's not everything that we tell you that it is, then you don't have to listen to us anymore. And so that is how amazing it is. And I had a facial today, ladies, and she bought $450. And that's been happening a lot. $250, $350, $450. I had a $650. Why am I saying that? Not to flex, to say I began my skills at seminar and career conference and learning and doing the work. And so I also had a $25 facial last week. So just be around the winners. We're so proud of you for being here. You have an amazing leader in Megan Chapman. You could not have just a better leader. She's a complete and total rock star. Her dad and I were watching her work here at the house the other day, and Todd came in and he was like, wow, 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 Audrey, do you do that? Do you do that? And he schooled me. And I was like, I'm in awe of her. So she really is so skilled. We're so proud of her. Even if she wasn't my daughter, you've just got the best of the best. And we applaud you for being here, ladies, and for showing up. And I will finish with saying, I loved being with you in Charlotte. And I'm going to go on that all the way for the next 90 days. It filled my heart. You all are the best team ever. Ever. And we're working for Hawaii. So aloha. I think I'm going to be sleeping in my lei, those flowers they wear. So Megan and I were like, we got to stretch for this, and it ain't going to be easy, but fortunately we both love challenges. So we're down for it. So we can please use your help. If you would like to change your next 90 days, it would be like really cool. That's it, Megan.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Well, you guys, that's a wrap, and I'll be posting the boards link for our April challenge. And now is the time to start booking for April. Now is the time. Many a race is won at a starting gate, and we are headed into the last 100 days of our seminar year. So,
Yes.
all right, you guys, love
And
y'all. Have
actually,
a great night.
real quick, I want to share one last clip from career conference, or that someone said. Yeah. She said, fear can either stand for forget everything and run, or fear can stand for face everything and rise. So leave you off on that note. Have a great
Drop
week,
the
guys.
mic drop. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and admit all of our ladies on for marketing. So if you've got a guest, feel free to stay on for our marketing. And if you don't have a guest, we will politely ask you to leave the meeting. Must have a guest to attend. Okay, you guys. Awesome. Well, welcome to all of our guests for our meeting tonight. Hey, Donna. Hey, Laura. Hey, Sky. All right, you guys. So we are just going to go ahead and start off by doing introductions. And so for our guests for our 8 o'clock call, if you guys just want to share who you are, who your consultant is, and what you do, and we would love to hear from you. Oh, let's see here. Wendy, you're muted. Just see. Bless her heart. She's muted.
Okay. Okay, I'm Wendy Hoy. I'm pretty new, and I'm my consultant. And I have Amelia Fox, and my daughter also is joining us. I'm going to have my first party. She said, "Hey, Mom, I'll join." So we gotta pump each other up. Like, yay.
I love that, Wendy.
But,
I'm so happy you're here for your training. And to all of our guests, let's see, we've got another guest here. So, Laura, I know that you are a guest. You are beautiful. And so, Laura, if you just want to share who you are, what you do, and where you live, and then we'll have all of our guests introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Laura. I currently live in Shokan, New York. I'm in California right now, and I'm a guest of Taylor's. I work in the hotel business. I work in a restaurant and as guest services right now. So
I was wondering why it was sunny. I was like, there's no way she's in New York right now. I love that. Well, thank you for being a woman of your word and for hopping on. We're so happy that you're here, and you're so pretty, like so naturally pretty. I was like, wow. I was like, she's so beautiful.
thank you.
Oh my goodness, of course. Okay, Donna, if you want to unmute and share who you are, where you live, and what you do, we would love to hear from you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I guess my camera, this is my first time really on Zoom, so I can't see myself. I can see you though. But my name is Donna, and I'm a hairdresser, and I live in Florida, and my consultant is Shannon Driggers.
I love that, Donna. And she just literally loves you so, so much. And the reason she last minute could not attend is her stepdad died. And so she's with her family tonight. And so I know. So I didn't want you to not know where she was. So that's why she very last minute wasn't able to be on. But I knew you'd understand. So
yeah. Yes, for sure.
So, well, I'm so happy that you're here. Okay. All right. Beauty consultants, who else has a guest on that you want to shout out to have them share?
Hey, Megan, I am trying to share the link with my person now. She didn't get the link.
No worries.
And so I just shared it with her, and she's going to hop on.
Great. No, that's perfect. We'll catch her up when she hops in.
Yeah, that's great. And my lovely guests just hopped on. So, Christine, if you just want to share like both of your guys' names and then where you're from, what you do, that would be perfect.
My name's Christine. We're in Connecticut. I'm in Madison. I'm a vice president of marketing, and it's great. It's actually the one that's more interested in selling. So I would kind of support it. With a young team who loves skincare.
Yes, it's so great to meet you, Grace. Your mom speaks so highly of you, and so we're so excited to hear your guys' questions tonight. Thank you for being on. Yeah.
Love that. Yay, Cassidy's here. Oh, Taylor, go ahead and introduce your guest.
I have two more besides Laura. I have actually my mother-in-law, Michelle, and then my cousin-in-law, Sky, who's on here. So hello, thank you guys for coming.
Well, Michelle, do you want to share what you do and where you live?
I live in Milford, Connecticut, and I'm a climate advisor at a school.
Wow,
Mm.
that's amazing. Well, we're so happy that you're here. And Sky, do you want to share where you live and what you do?
Hi, I live in Wallingford and I work in the school systems right now. I'm a para educator, working to be full-time teacher. Yeah.
That is amazing, girl. I bet you have the most meaningful conversations. I love that with the parents. That's awesome. And then Cassidy, I know that you are Paula's guest. You're so beautiful in person. So if you would just want to share where you live, what you do, and then Mallory will have you share the same thing, and then we're gonna dive in.
Yeah, I'm from Virginia and Forest, and I'm actually an esthetician. So
You can tell your skin is on fleek, girl.
yeah, thank you.
And Mallory, do you want to share?
Hi, I'm Mallory. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I also am a occupational therapy assistant, and I do everything through video now. So it's teletherapy. So
I love that. And Mallory, you're like the greatest mom ever. So
Thanks.
You really are. You're so thorough in the way that you parent. So I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you guys for being on here tonight. We do not take for granted that you're on a Monday night. And so we're going to keep this super short and sweet. And this is actually training for our beauty consultants. And so what we'll have you guys do is we'll just have you ask just 2 to 3 questions of literally anything you would want to know about a Mary Kay business. And the only thing we'll ask that you don't ask are product questions, because our consultants already have all of their certifications in the products. And you can literally ask anything, and Amelia and I will be answering. And truly, you can ask us anything. You can't offend us, so don't be worried about that. Like, we're open books. And if you didn't know, you're actually going to be receiving over $150 in product coupons to be used throughout the next year as a thank you for being here. So we really appreciate you guys' time. And so for our consultants, they're just going to mute and they'll be taking notes on all of our answers. And so that way they know how to share about this when they're not with us. So it's a great leadership training. So we're going to just dive right on in. So who has the first question?
Is everything mostly on Zoom now?
Donna, that's a great question. So when COVID hit, our business changed and we went virtual, and some women have continued to work virtually 100%, and some women do 100% in person, and some women do a little bit of both. So you're your own boss as a consultant, so you really get to choose which platforms that you decide to use.
Okay. Thank
Good
you.
question, Donna. Absolutely. Okay, who has the next question?
I could ask a question.
Sure, Michelle.
How are Mary Kay products better than Avon?
Amelia, you want to take that one? You're like the product queen over there.
Sure, I would love to answer. So, just by like technical standard, we're currently #1 in the world for direct selling skincare and makeup. So, just by like the world standard, we are better. Just off the bat with that, and then all of our products, we've got like hundreds of dermatologists that really work hard on to make sure all our products are not only paraben and fragrance free, but also up to European ingredient standards. And we also have 100% back guarantee, which most companies don't have, which is amazing. And yeah, everything along those lines. But I think the #1 in the world kind of takes the cake with with everything with that.
Sounds true.
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's a great question. Okay, who's got the next one?
Do you have to purchase inventory?
Good question, Donna. So inventory is optional. We have found though that women are so impulsive, and so if they know they can get their stuff right away, they just buy a lot more. So it's totally optional, but it is recommended because it does help your sales. That's for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Yes. Okay, who else has a question?
Grace has a question, but I will ask it.
Okay, Christine. Yeah, you want to ask Grace this question?
Yeah. So, as we understand it, you have to spend a certain amount in order to get the 50% discount. What is that
Yes.
amount?
That's a great question. So in order to activate your discount, it's one order of $225 wholesale, $450 retail. So you make 50%, and so your first order, normally we do a 225. Well, really, normally we do your first inventory order because you get you can choose a small, medium, or a large store, and you get free products on your first order. But the bare minimum to be able to activate your discount is that 225. And we normally, just to put it in perspective, we normally sell about $100 a face. And so with the 225, it's enough product for about 4 ladies to pamper.
Mm-hmm.
Good question. Okay, what other questions do you guys have?
Megan, can I say something?
Sure.
Hi, everyone. I've only been doing Mary Kay. My name is Paula. I've only been doing this for about 3-4 months now. I'm a full-time teacher, and I also have a second job. So Mary Kay is really my third job. And when I started, I was concerned about how many hours it would take and all of that. And so I started very hesitantly. And I just want to hop on and say, I am so impressed with how easy it is as far as Megan working with me and getting me into the business. I already have 8 team members, and selling the product, it actually, it sells itself. And I have really come to just love working Mary Kay and selling Mary Kay. And I am so impressed with just the ease and the camaraderie of these women. And I want you to know, when Megan and Amelia say this is an ease, it works, it really does. The products sell themselves. I went into this very uncertain, and I am just so impressed with how well and how easy this is. So
I did not pay her to say that. That was not a paid advertisement.
Quick question about that. And it's probably just the terminology, but when you say you have 18 members, what that means is that people that you've recruited to sell the product, or is that clients that are buying from you?
She has 8 people that are selling the actual product underneath her. And then what the company does is they pay you a check once a month for what your team does. And like, for example, since Grace is young, I started Mary Kay when I was 18. And what I found was the quicker way for her to earn money initially is going to be through her selling, because you make 50%. And then as she grows a team, it's just passive income at that point, and the company will pay her on what her team members have done.
So like more about recruiting than selling. Is that?
Honestly, no. I would say it's a combination of both. We have some consultants who sign up and just sell the product, but for those who are looking to make passive income for the long run, they focus on both. And our founder really designed them to go together to make the most amount of money that you can. Yeah, good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
That is a great question. And I'll say when I did this, when I was a wee babe in high school, I really just focused on my selling and like getting that so strong. And then the team building, it just kind of comes with it. And now that I am, of course, an adult, the passive income is just where you really want to see your business grow. And of course, just share the love of this with other women is really what it's about, and how it can really change their lives too. So yeah, great question, guys. Okay, who else has the next question? These are all been such great questions.
I have a question. You had mentioned that like in your first purchase of like $225, you get like a few free products. So as like new products roll out, are you given some way to test out the products and see how they work and use them on clients without purchasing them?
Absolutely. So the company, it's amazing. They actually have something called so it's called CDS. What's that thing called, Amelia, where they mail out the thing every 3 months? I hope I give you everyone hope. I don't even know what it's called.
Are you talking about
the lookbook catalog?
It's PCP.
PCP, thank you.
Yes.
You guys, I hope I give everyone hope. I've been doing this for like almost 10 years. I'm a top director. Okay, so that thing. So they send out lookbooks every 3 months to your clients, and it literally has a sample of the new product in the center of the lookbook, and it costs us 97 cents per person. So it's a great way to get the new products in the hands of your clients, and you don't even touch the lookbook. And we did the math, and if you were to personally buy the lookbooks, get the sample, mail it out, it would cost over $2. And so it's a great way to get the new product in the hands of your customers. Then what I love that they do for directors is we get this thing called a buzz kit every quarter. So imagine like an Epsi box, but like all the new Mary Kay products. So as sales directors, we get these boxes called the buzz kit, and it's all the new stuff. So we use it about 6 weeks before it's launched. And so as sales directors, we get to send our consultants samples of the new stuff. And so there's so many different ways that the new product gets out there.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I was
it's a great
gonna
question.
add to that with the buzz kit. Like if you start, I actually just learned about this from Amelia. Like they have all the things before we have all the things. So if you want to hook a girl up, you just go to your director.
Yeah.
Love that, Taylor.
I know. I just told Taylor about that because I just became a new director, everyone. And I was like, Taylor, there's this such cool thing. It's called Buzz Kit. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's so fun. So it's a fun question, Laura. I love that.
I love it. Okay, who else has a question?
Sky, do you have a question? I feel like
Yeah,
you're like
I'm
ready.
gonna unmute myself.
She is. I can feel it.
I was gonna ask if you have to do a certain amount of like parties or events per a certain amount of time, to get like your sales going or anything like that, or I'm probably not asking the question the proper way. I'm just curious how that works, like parties and events in like correlation to your sales.
Oh
Good
yeah,
question.
that makes total sense. Your question, by the way, that made total sense. Since we don't have like Mary Kay, we don't have like requirements or minimums or quotas you have to do like every month. So really, you could literally do whatever you wanted, girl. I know, like personally, like Taylor was like, I want to like for her own personal goal, she's like, I want to have 4 parties for April. I want to do like this huge one, and so that's just what Taylor is. Those are her goals. Versus like Wendy over here, she's like, yeah, I want to do like 2. So it really just depends on what you want for yourself, and what your goal is. And then as your director or mentor, we just kind of hear like what your goal is, and then we give you ideas on what your goal could maybe be to help you reach your goal. So does that answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Okay, of course.
That's the nice part of it because I like to go away. I'm retired, so I want to. That's my thing. Want to have it as as a little fun thing to make a little extra money to go away on my trips and stuff. And just you go on in the morning and spend maybe half an hour or so on it, or do the Zoom meetings or a Boxer, and it's like very flexible.
Yes,
That's what
I
I
love
like.
that, Wendy.
Yeah.
Very flexible,
100%.
indeed.
Any more
I had a
questions?
question.
Yeah.
So how much time typically does it take to complete the trainings?
That's a good question, Mallory. So there's 2 types of trainings. The first is something called MK University on Mary Kay In Touch, and you can take that at your own pace. Most consultants, they'll work on it a little bit here, a little bit there. But the main training that I love is I've created something called a Voxer Challenge, and it is 30 messages of everything that I found that consultants have succeeded at with money management, time management, people management, and emotional management. So I created about 30 little 5 to 6 minute little blips on those topics with a little homework at the end. So all new consultants get to go through that at their own pace. And I really have found that it's efficient because it's from the experience that I've had with consultants of what they need to know. And so really the training's at your own pace, but some women do it really quick, some women do it really slow, but that's the beauty of this. You get to do it on your own pace.
That's perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, good question. Okay, guys, we'll take a few more. I want to honor you guys' time. Anybody else have any other questions?
No, that's about right.
Okay. Cassidy, did you have any specifically? I think you may be the only one that didn't ask a specific question. Not to put you on the spot, but I put you
No,
on the
you're
spot.
not. I was trying to get my microphone unmuted and I couldn't get it. I was actually curious if like a lot of estheticians do sell a product. Like, do you see a lot of success with individuals that have that as a career?
Yeah, actually, I'll have Amelia speak to this because one of her team members, Nikki, is an esthetician, and we were just on a meeting, and her life has been eternally changed from this, which sounds dramatic, but like it actually has been. So Amelia, do you want to share a little bit about Nikki?
Yeah, I would love to. And that's such a valid question, Cassidy. And so Nikki, she is a full-time esthetician, and I did a facial with her like on Zoom, and she's like, "Yeah, I love skincare." I didn't even know she was an esthetician. And she told me she was, and she loved with Mary Kay versus her esthetician job that she could build a deeper relationship with people past like just doing their skin, right? Because I don't know what like job you have as an esthetician, but with the place she works at, there's like the client like whatever policy where you can't really have like a deeper relationship with your clients, or she really wanted to like talk to them about like Jesus and just like, build friendships if anything. And she loves with Mary Kay, it's like everything she loves about being an esthetician, but like the just deeper part of it where she can really change lives. Like she can make a external impact and a internal impact, as well. So that is why my girl Nikki loves it as an esthetician. Yeah.
So true. I love that. And it's been really cool, Cassidy. It's like, and people listen to her even more because of her experience. Like she doesn't have to say anything. She's just like, I'm an esthetician, and people are like all the walls are down. They're like, just tell me what to do, So she
Yeah.
doesn't have that, like, doesn't have like all those questions that she has to ask that most of us do because they're already like, girl, you already know your stuff. Just tell me what to put on my face, which she loves. So okay, any other last questions before we ask our final questions and close out? I'm just always so honoring of everyone's time. Any other questions? Sky, I feel like you've got one. I can feel it. I can feel that you do.
Well, my other question was kind of more specific to like the skincare products. I'm having like skincare issues right now. But I was more just wondering how would you go about like, I'm sure it's more just like studying all the products, learning them and everything. How to go about figuring out what is going to be best for each individual person's skin, because obviously everyone's different.
Yeah, that's such a good question. Honestly, when I started Mary Kay, I was 18. I had like a pizza zit face. I didn't know anything about skincare. I just needed extra money, if I'm being honest. And so they have this thing called Mary Kay University. I shared on it, but there's a segment of that called Skincare Confident. And it goes through all 6 of our skincare lines and it helps you know who needs what. And the nice thing about Mary Kay is it's like your grandma's, like when it's like Thanksgiving, it's like your grandma's pumpkin pie recipe and everything you're like, so good. Like nothing's the same all year except for that one pumpkin pie recipe. So that's how Mary Kay skincare is. It all is designed to go together. So you can use something from our older lady, wiser lady line, and then you can use something with our acne line, and it's all designed to go together. And so the Mary Kay Skincare Confident, it teaches you everything that's in it, and then you get the general knowledge. And then honestly too, Sky, if you did do this, Amelia and Taylor would help you with your first appointments. And that was how I learned. I had to ask my mentor, like, I don't know what to do. And so you're trained as well. So it's not just like you study it and you're like put out in the field. No. Like we literally guide you. We're a very supportive team. As you can tell, we're all here. All 6 of us are here. We're like the Brady Bunch. We're all here. So you're fully supported for sure.
I will say with that as well, Megan, just to add on top of that, like for me personally, I think it took me a while to figure out what exactly worked best for me. And so like my number one thing with how I work my Mary Kay business is like it isn't a one size fits all. And it definitely does take some understanding of our own faces and the faces of the ladies that we love to figure out what works best for them. And if you find a Mary Kay person like me, we're committed to making sure that like we find what works best for you. Absolutely.
100%. Okay, any other last questions? No, so you guys want to know. Okay. Okay, well, if there are no more questions, then I've got a question for you guys. And before I ask this, there were 2 things that I didn't share that I wanted you guys to know. The first is I would want you to know that it's $10 to sign up in the month of March, and your $10 gives you your website, your credit card processor, and your entire back office. And it gives you us as your mentors. So that's what the $10 gives you. You guys, in my 8 years, I've never seen them do this. It's always $100 to sign up. So it's only $10 this month. And the second thing I wanted to share is that there's 3 ways that women will build Mary Kay. The first is to be what we like to call a product ambassador. What that is imagine like having your own Amazon Prime account, but for your skincare and makeup, but it's all 50% off. That's what being a product ambassador is. So it's like you pay the $10, you get all your own skincare and makeup at half off. My husband and I did the math, and for our family, it saves us $200 a month, just my own personal skincare. So that's the first way you could do it. And you can always do more if you want to later, but some women are like, this economy is anyone else, this economy is crazy. It takes like $400 more a month to live the same life you did in 2023. Can I get an amen? Right? So
Yeah.
that's the $10 like product ambassador dealio if you just want stuff at a discount. The second way that women will do this is they do it to have what's called a side hustle. And that just means you're like, for a few hours a week, a couple $100 a month could totally change my family's budget. And I was actually reading a magazine in Forbes, and it said if every family made $200 extra per week, it would change all of the poverty in America. So that's crazy. So that's number 2, a side hustle. And number 3 would really just be that you are super like looking for a change in your life, and you're like, I'm totally, like I need a career change, then you're looking for something bigger. So those are the 3 ways that women will do Mary Kay. So I just wanted to close out just by asking you guys what your letter is of an A, a B, or a C. And you guys can totally put it in the chat, or you can unmute and share, but we would love to know like what your letter is. So again, smart shopper, like product ambassador, side hustle, or like you're really looking for kind of a career change. And if you can't find the chat, you can totally unmute and share if you're a B or a C.
Possibly an A.
An A. I love that, Donna. Cassidy, you're a B. Yeah, 100%. Anyone else want to share? Grace is an A or a B. Okay. B. Yes, Laura, I see your B. Mallory, possibly an A. Absolutely. Okay, you guys. Well, what we are going to do is I just want to just close out by asking you guys, like if you knew you could succeed and if you knew you could like get your discount or make some extra money, would you, and we're doing a grand giveaway if you say yes to this, which is so fun. You didn't know it was a giveaway and product coupons, but it totally is. So I would just love to know, if you guys knew you could succeed and if you knew that you could succeed at this, would you like to get started and sign up for $10? So who wants to get started? Who's feeling like you want to?
I'm a
I'll
possible.
go ahead and do it.
Mallory, did you say you'll go ahead and do it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. If you want to stay on, I'll help you with the registration. And then
Okay.
Donna, I heard you say something, but I wasn't totally sure what you said.
A possible, but I'm not really sure tonight if it's something I want to do yet.
That's okay. Donna, do you want me to call you tomorrow if you have additional questions?
Well, I'm a hairdresser and I work 12 hours tomorrow, but I'm
Oh my
off
gosh. I'll call you Wednesday. I'm gonna make a little note right now because I know you may have questions now. Okay. Call Donna Wednesday. Okay. Anyone else? You're like feeling like, yeah, I do want to do this for $10. What the heck? It's a Monday night. Let's see. Okay. Reading else. Messages. Okay. Awesome. Well, you guys, your consultant is going to follow up with you. And so thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it so, so much. And I will just ask really fast, just because Taylor and Paula, you guys do have guests. I want to ask if you guys feel led to share at all what you're wrapping up by Monday, because you guys have the same goal, just in case any of your guests, they may want to know that they could be a part of that. So Taylor or Paula, do either of you guys, and I did not prompt them to share this, you guys, but do either of you guys want to share what it is that you're doing by Monday?
I'll go first really fast. My goal by Monday is to be in what we call DIQ, and that means that I have 8 team members. Currently I'm halfway there. So I really just need 4 more team members by the end of this week. And because of what Megan shared, it's so special. We have, like, for the first time ever, and like who knows when we're gonna get this again, it's $10 to join. So all of my ladies that I know who just use Mary Kay for themselves, like, if not for the business, just for the fact that you're getting products that are good and up to quality for half the price, I think is reason enough. I feel like it'd be reason enough for me. But yeah, my goal is just to have another 4 team members by the end of the week. And I know that in my heart personally, with my relationship with the Lord, that I've given it to him and I've put in my efforts. And if this is what he wants for me in this season, he will make it happen. So amen to that.
I love that, Taylor. And so, yes, if any of you ladies feel led, Laura, Sky, and Michelle, to join, just know she really is looking for women. And so she'll touch base with you guys as well in case you have any questions.
I'll share quickly. My goal by the end of the month is to DIQ, and I'm currently at 17 members, so I need 1 more team member to make my 8. And I have built a team of, I'm a school teacher, 29 years, and so I'm building a team of former students who are young and ambitious and just starting out in the beauty industry, a lot of them. Some of them are starting out in education. And so I am building a team of women that I have known since they were children. And so I'm excited about that. And so I'm looking for that 1 more team member to get my 8 and hit the ground running so that the GLAM team can start towards that director goal that I am looking for, because my new adventure in my next chapter in life is to be a Mary Kay director.
I love that, Paula. So thank you so much for sharing. So, okay, before we close out, does anyone else feel like you would like to get started tonight? Okay, well, we're going to call it a night then. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was so awesome getting to meet each and every single one of you guys. And so, Mallory, if you want to stay on, I'll help you with your registration form. And I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your night.